going on YouTube? It's your girl Melanie. Yeah, so this is a current events video, and it's in regard, I'm responding to a video that Much Love from Kentucky did, and she mentioned something that happened in current events that I was like, oh my God, for real? Okay, so apparently this girl got hit with a crowbar. She was in a fight, and the fight was over. Maybe she won, or I don't know, but she turned around to walk away, and the person that she was fighting hit her over the head with a crowbar. She turned around, was walking away, and somebody hit her on the head with a crowbar. But that's not all. There was someone filming it on their camera, and they were zooming in, and they were like, wow, this has a great zoom on it. They were talking about the camera while this girl is laying, having a seizure, convulsing on the ground. This person is talking about how great their camera zoom is. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I mean, how you gonna hit how you gonna sucker hit somebody like that? I mean, if you're in a fight and you want to win fair and square, you gotta face the other person and just whoop their ass looking at them. You don't wait until they turn around and then hit them with a crowbar. And while they were fighting, nobody called the police, nobody called an ambulance, and there was this one person that was trying to get her into a car so that they could take her to the doctor. But can you believe that shit? That is just craziness. She got hit with a crowbar, and you know what? Her life changed. And you know what? The person I responded to this video, the person that initially told this story on their video, mentioned that she probably had brain damage, and her life is completely changed as a result of that bullshit. So be careful out there, because you never know. You never know. People are crazy. Second thing, so this is about the father who killed himself and his children, and possibly the mother of his children, and the caseworker that just let the kids run up to the house without seeing them in there. So what's up with him, huh? Why couldn't he have just killed himself as opposed to killing the kids too? What, he didn't want anybody else to have him, or I think he said something like that, if I can't have him, nobody else can, or something like that. And so he kills the kids. I mean, seriously? And what about the 911 operator who basically ignored the woman and her calls, ignored the caseworker and her calls? I mean, what do you think about that? I mean, should the 911 operator have sent someone out there, you know, just based on her call, considering all the calls that they get in, you know, per day, per hour, whatever? Do you think the 911 operator was right, or do you think that they snoozed on this one? I think they snoozed on this one. But I also take into consideration the fact that they probably get 1 million calls every day, you know, and they have to determine what call is important and what's not important. And I mean, I know she sounded upset, and she was, you know, saying what was going on about the gas and all of that, but I mean, I don't know if I would have done any different than the 911 operator did. If I received calls all day long, people calling about their dogs and cats in the trees and all of that bullshit, and then someone calls about gas leaking, and they're saying send someone right away, and you know, I don't know if I would have done any different. Yes, the 911 operator was wrong. You know, they should have sent somebody out or got a supervisor to take the call and let them decide what was going on. But yeah, that was a tragedy. And what about the fact that the mother of his children was missing too? So he probably killed her too. I mean, what is going on with the people in the world today? That shit is scandalous. So tell me what your reaction would have been as far if you were the 911 operator. And don't just jump up and say, yeah, I would have sent somebody. Because keep in mind, you get calls all day long, every hour on the hour. People calling about you know, like I said, their cats in a tree and all that kind of bullshit. I mean, would you have sent someone right away? I think I would have asked a supervisor to come and take the call. Because what she was saying, you know, I think I would have asked the supervisor to take the call and let them make that decision. Okay, now the Catholic Church and the whole healthcare fiasco, they, the Catholic Church always wants to be a separate entity from everyone else. I mean, take the Vatican in consideration. They always want to be separate. I don't know why that is. I don't know why that is. I was raised in the Catholic Church. As far as school is concerned, went to Catholic schools in grammar school and high school. Loved it. Got a great education. But as far as not allowing, as far as being upset that the president said that they should provide birth control care to their health care plans, for them to get upset about that is really deep. But they also keep in mind that they are self-insured, so they, they're not, as far as I understand it, they are not like with a regular Humana or a regular Blue Cross Blue Shield or something. I don't know if it's separate, but somehow they're separate. And according to the Catholic Church, they always talk about no birth control, have the kid if you get pregnant, no prevention as far as not having kids. They want you to have kids, procreate, make more babies. And so I'm like, why? I mean, what if, in this day and age, old school Catholic Church kind of thinking, yeah, I can understand where they were like, no abortions, no birth control. We're all pro-life. But now in this day and age, things are changing, and people don't stay married as long as they used to. Women are going after their careers now, and sometimes, and in this world, sometimes maybe somebody just don't want to bring a baby into this putrid planet. So I think that it's kind of wrong of them to oppose President Barack Obama. Say that 10 times. As far as the healthcare thing is concerned, I think they need to, come into the 21st century and, let the parishioner decide what they want to do with respect to their birth control issues. Yeah, because I don't think that the Catholic Church should be the police or do policing in that area. That's wrong. Let's see, what else? Oh, the last thing. And this is kind of funny. So we all know Jessica Simpson is 7 months pregnant. I heard this on the Wendy Williams show. Jessica Simpson is 7 months pregnant. Well, she got a craving for Mexican food. So she went to a Taco Loco. And I guess in LA or wherever she is. And so she's in line, and she's like wanting to cut to the beginning of the line and says, don't you know who I am? I'm Jessica Simpson. Let me get my food now. Let me get in front of all these people. Excuse me. And they said that they had to that the manager had to escort her to the end of the line because she would not go to the end of the line with everybody else and wait her turn. So the manager escorted her to the end of the line, and she got boos, and people were making comments about how wrong she was when she doing that, and they don't care who she is. She gotta wait just like everybody else. That is so funny. But so in the end, of course, she didn't wait in the line because that would have been a commoner thing to do. So she went to a nearby Taco Bell. And while you bullshitting, Taco Bell is good. I know it's not like Chipotle, or it's not like real Mexican food, real Americanized Mexican food, I should say, because the food in Mexico is the bomb. But yeah, so she left and went to a nearby Taco Bell and apparently got her food or whatever. But that is so funny how she thought that she could get to the front of the line because she was Jessica Simpson, and how they told her to get to the end of the line. That is so funny. That is so funny. So if somebody famous came into your local Taco Bell or your local McDonald's and wanted to get to the front of the line, what would you do? Leave your comments, questions, and concerns in the description bar below, in the comment section below. And that's it for current events this week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.